The Elder Scrolls 6 will be a disaster. Ex-Bethesda developer Bruce Nesmith, who was a senior game designer, said that it is almost impossible for the Elder Scrolls 6 to meet the expectations of the gamers. And we need to talk about it, as a lot of gamers fall for this narrative that Bruce and frankly a lot of game corporations are trying to impose. So, Bruce Nesmith said that whether the gamers will like the game or not depends on a thing that he calls a game of expectations. If a child brings a bad painting to its parents, the parents have low expectations, so they might like the bad painting. But if a renowned artist would bring the same painting to a gallery, it would be a bad painting. I'm sorry, are you saying that you are a child? Do you want a child treatment? You are freaking Bethesda, you have the money to hire good developers, you have the power to make good games. Fire developers who can't do their job, writers who can't do their job, game designers who have a poor vision of how the game should look like, marketing team who study the preferences of the players and do a bad job. You want us to pity you?
Do not be sorry. Be better.
I was so mad when I heard this from Bruce. It was in the evening and I literally couldn't sleep because of the outrage. Why From Software can keep releasing good games? Why you can't anymore? It is not as if all games can't meet the expectations of the players. It is you who can't meet those expectations. It is not as if gamers never get satisfied nowadays. There are a lot of good games released in last years, so it isn't that it is impossible. It is you who can't do it. The problem is you. And who the F said that gamers have high expectations to Bethesda? Like literally a lot of people don't. I'm gonna be honest. My expectations were pretty high, because as I said in my video The Future of Bethesda, you must be really proficient in messing up to mess up the Elder Scrolls 6, because it is so easy to make a good test game. But apparently, Bethesda is proficient in messing up. Majority of the gamers though expect Test 6 to be a failure. Now, since I have already mentioned my videos, let me quickly promote my own channel. I have made a lot of Bethesda related videos, 6 episodes of how the Elder Scrolls 6 must look like for it to be a great game, a video about classic Bethesda formula, a video about Test 6 hot takes, etc. And there are more videos on a broad variety of video game topics, so subscribe to the channel to not miss them. Let's move on. Now, it is really hard to make a bad The Elder Scrolls 6 game, but Bruce doesn't think so. Take a look.
And when we look at making sequels, you're looking at a couple of different things. You have to look at what should I do the same, what should I do different, and what should I do new? And then there's the something new. If you aren't putting something new on the table, it's kind of like, well, yeah, I played that already.
Literally no one asks nothing revolutionary from you. You have not released a test game in 13 years, and it won't be released in the next 4 years. Literally do the same thing as in Skyrim, but with a better combat. That's all the gamers are asking for. Some may say, that's a difficult task. First, if that's a difficult task, then leave your job. Second, nobody expects nothing revolutionary. Just copy Bloodborne combat, but make it less hardcore. Add some spells to use and boom, you have a 10 out of 10 game, no brainer. Or just watch my videos for more detailed instructions. Overall, Bruce said that gamers expect good games from Bethesda every time, and Bethesda can't always deliver. But are gamers so demanding? Bethesda didn't release an 8 out of 10 game since 2016 with Fallout 4. Then they delivered Fallout 76, which was a disaster. Then a mediocre game that is Starfield, which was like a 6 out of 10 at best. And now they're saying to lower the expectations for Test 6. Bethesda used to deliver 10 out of 10 games every time. Morrowind, Oblivion, Fallout 3 and Skyrim were all almost perfect games for their time. Can't you see the pattern? That you didn't deliver a 10 out of 10 games since 2011. It is a trend that the quality of the games have declined. Why can't studios and publishers just admit that they fail? They are always trying to shift the blame. I mean, Bruce even tried to justify Fallout 76 with his Game of Expectations card. It is actually wild to defend Fallout 76. Like, he said that the gamers expect Bethesda to always find the way. Take a look.
Yes, that's Fallout 76 was an awakening. It was the game of expectations I talked about before. There was an expectation that we would always find the way through the wilderness.
Maybe, just maybe. To know the way, if you don't know it, you ask someone who knows it. For example, the players. Like, what do players want? Look at the games that you developed that gamers liked, and try to release something similar. And Bruce said that it was an awakening.
Yes, that's Fallout 76 was an awakening.
No, it wasn't, because after Fallout 76, Bethesda developed Starfield. Again, a giant emptiness. Nobody awoke. Again, if you don't know the way, ask someone who knows. And also Bruce said that Fallout 76 is the game that Todd Howard wanted to create. And also from Todd's interviews we know that Starfield is also a game that is pretty much a game that Todd wanted to create for a very long time. So maybe, I don't know, Todd have to stop making games that he wants and make games that gamers want. How about that? Also Bruce said that there's a lot of pressure on Todd Howard. Good, there better be. What, you wanna chill when you didn't create a good game in more than a decade? I know that Todd is one of the most respected game designers, but it is in the past. So maybe it's time to retire? Leave while you still have some dignity to your name. The point of this video is for me to say to all the gamers that I can reach through my channel, stop buying that bullshit. The studios, the publishers, the corporations want to portray the gaming industry as a team play. Gamers must have low expectations, studios should keep releasing bad games, and everyone will be happy. No. For forever, game studios, publishers, etc. had their ways with gamers. It is not a team play thing, and no gamer benefited from this view. Gamers must not settle for bad games. It is and always has been strictly business relationship. You deliver games that gamers want to play. Gamers buy the game. If the studio won't, then it is their problem, not the gamer's problem. There will be other studios that will deliver good games. Now, Bruce and a lot of game corporations are trying to shift the blame. And I'm not saying that Bruce himself is evil. Maybe he genuinely believes what he says. And in the interview he said a lot of smart things too. I felt like he knows the issues of Bethesda. But I'm here to tell you, and maybe tell Bruce, that this concept of blaming the players is wrong and harmful for the players. Also, while I was making this video, Ubisoft blamed the gamers for their failures. Again, saying that gamers have too high expectations. So we see that it isn't just Bethesda who is shifting the blame and pulling out the expectations card, but also Ubisoft. And frankly, a lot of game corporations did it at one point in time. So I am here to tell you to never pity these studios and publishers, especially never pity giant multimillionaire companies. Never pity Bethesda, never pity Ubisoft, never pity EA, never pity Activision, never pity Sony, etc. Don't pity them, because they never did and never will pity you. Now, I am gonna again remind you to subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos. They are all extremely good. Even Virgil likes them. Virgil, do you like them? See, told you. And leave your generous and glorious like to this video. Thank you.